Let's start with Antonio Brown. Let's go back a few days to Friday, where he practiced as a New England Patriot and all was going well, and then was released in the afternoon. Why? Because the Patriots received new information from a second accuser and text messages that they saw that they were not prepared for and they were not aware of. They went into their research on this. They said, we're going to cut bait with Antonio Brown based on the fact that we thought we had all the information. We don't. So what happens to Brown now? Well, you saw his tweets this morning. He says he's done with football. What kind of hurdles does he have to get back into the league if he wanted to? Well, looks like the NFL is still investigating this case. And if he does sign with a new team, he could still be put on the commissioner's exempt list, which gives them more time to investigate this. What's the damage financially for Antonio Brown? Well, he's going to make 2 game checks. That's the thought around the league. 2 game checks because he practiced most of the week with the Patriots. But the $5 million that he was going to be getting tomorrow, guaranteed, is now in jeopardy. All told, he was set to make $30 million with the Oakland Raiders this year. Guess what? He might just make 2 game checks, a little less than $400,000 total.
More and more allegations surfaced this week, almost daily, regarding Antonio Brown. So if by the end of the week you felt you'd heard enough, well, the New England Patriots were in agreement. And that spotlights our hashtag segment presented by Geico. Now, the last straw seemed to come in Thursday's reports by Sports Illustrated that Brown has sent a group text intimidating one of his sexual misconduct accusers and her children. After Bill Belichick walked out of a press conference instead of answering more Brown questions on Friday morning, the team then released him on Friday afternoon. And now, just this morning, Brown posted a series of tweets, taking shots at multiple people around the league, including Patriots owner Robert Kraft. And then the big news. Brown now says via Twitter that he is done playing in the NFL for good. But the fight for his guaranteed money will continue. So why don't we bring in our NFL insider, Jay Glazer. And Jay, look, that money fight's just beginning. We all know that. As far as Brown playing again, he says he's done. Is this the last time we've seen him?
Well, things are changing by the hour, as you can see, with Antonio Brown. And a couple of things are in play here. One, if Antonio Brown says he's out and he really is out, well, we don't have to answer that question. But if he decides to come back, there'll be many things in play. One of those is the money. Kurt, you talked about it. He's going to be in a grievance over his money with 2 teams, the Oakland Raiders and the Patriots, who owe him signing bonus money by tomorrow, which they're not going to pay. Then he's going to have a grievance against them. That is not going to weigh favorably with him with other teams, but also this entire investigation right now that's going on with his alleged sexual misconduct, that will weigh on teams as well. Until that is finished up, nobody's going to touch Antonio Brown.
Yeah, he's got about $40 million on the line. All these wounds are really self-inflicted, but everyone wants to know, from a league standpoint, where does the investigation actually stand?
Well, look, this past week, the NFL actually had investigations and interviews with people in several different cities. They're trying to get as much information as they can. People on Antonio Brown's side, people not on Antonio Brown's side. But look, you saw also with Sports Illustrated this week, they got text messages sent to a second accuser, and that, by the way, is why the New England Patriots, they cut him, because that was on their watch. That was when he was on the Patriots. But also, there are other text messages that have come to light now also with the first accuser sent to his mother, whether or not that's sent from Antonio Brown or not. That's now being investigated. As this continues, more and more will come to light against Antonio Brown, for Antonio Brown. But until that happens, nobody will bring Antonio Brown in.
Yeah, Jay, I spent some time with Drew Rosenhaus, Brown's agent, yesterday, and he was hoping that he could get Brown on a team here, sometime, and they will go after the guaranteed money for both the Patriots and the Raiders. Now, these latest, tweets and the information that you've got, it's irrational thinking, and I think he really needs some help. Now, as far as a general manager or a head coach, I would not touch him this year, next year, or ever. And I hope we're done talking about Antonio Brown.
Well, it looks like for a while at least.